This is why I avoid Chinese airlines. Ever since almost all Western airlines were no longer allowed to fly over Russia, a lot of Chinese airlines have begun to stick out to many travelers as the cheapest option when flying to China and East Asia. This is Shenzhen Airlines, and their good A330 flight from London. I'm connecting onwards to Bangkok, and I definitely regret booking a 7-hour layover in one of the world's worst airport spaces in the world. This is Shenzhen Airlines. Welcome to the most stressful airport in Europe, Heathrow Airport, and the beautiful but fairly small Star Alliance Terminal, Terminal 2. Today's trip starts off with a long line at check-in, and then one of the fastest security checks I've ever had in Terminal 2, let alone Heathrow Airport. Hey, as chaotic as it is, at least they have those flashy new machines. And there is my plane for today, parked on the wide-body concourse of this terminal, adorning the beautiful creative fashion capital livery on the A330-300, registered B1017 or Bravo 1017. To get to this so-called satellite terminal, you have to take an incredibly long escalator down into a tunnel under the tarmac to get to your aircraft. Yes, there is a well-hidden elevator and golf carts are available if needed, but if you cannot manage to arrange one for yourself, there are moving walkways. And for entertainment and av gigs like me, it shows a nice history of the airport, as well as the story of the main operator of the terminal, Star Alliance. And there is my aircraft, this time closer, and I seem to have a strange feeling in my gut as I realize most of this flight is Chinese people. Soon enough, we were told to board the aircraft, and the wonderful cabin crew greeted us at the door. But what I'd noticed is that they could hardly speak any English, which got me a little concerned about whether they could tell us what the food options were. Now, in this shot, it looks like there were more foreigners than there actually were. Trust me, there were probably about 10 Europeans on this entire flight. My seat for today was seat 30A, and to be honest, it wasn't the best, and despite looking for quite a long time, I am not able to find the type of seat Shenzhen Airlines uses for their A330s. Although, I do know that the company uses the manufacturer Recaro for their short-haul fleet. This seat has an in-flight entertainment screen, which seems fairly new and crisp, with a USB-A charging port beneath. Under the seat features a fold-out tray table, which pulls out, a single seat back pocket, which contains their headphones, a magazine, and a very formal safety card. You also get a footrest, which I hesitated to use, thanks to the minimal amount of under-seat space where I kept my carry-on. The window is nice and large, and the seat reclines. You also get a thin cotton blanket and a plush pillow, with a cover which I doubt they washed thanks to a suspicious stain on the side.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you are about to tingle, please make sure that the physical function and the mobile phone has been switched into flight mode. Thank you. 机舱员各就各位。
Surprisingly, this flight did not get delayed, and we took off at 22:28, or 10:28, just a few minutes behind schedule, just because Heathrow was and is very busy at this time.
So this is the in-flight entertainment system of the Shenzhen Airlines plane. So we've got entertainment, movies, TV, music. Oops.
I'm not going to show the entire in-flight entertainment, as that would be boring. So if you would like to see it, it will be available on my website, which is in the description of this video. Just navigate to the projects page and press on the Shenzhen Airlines labeled tab. This is just worth a quick mention. Someone at Shenzhen Airlines must be a Swiftie, as their boarding music is the fairly unheard of Taylor Swift song, Breathe, from her Fearless album. The IFE also had an incredible amount of Taylor Swift albums in the audio section. That's just crazy.
Welcome aboard Shenzhen Airlines. I just ate. They gave us nice food, so prawns and like a jelly cake and sour potato salad. They also gave us some nice bread. And they came around with a nice drink service. They also gave us a bottle of water. And I saw for people who were away or were sleeping, they just put down the tray table and gave them a bottle. It's very nice of them, it's very good of them, not to disturb someone and wake them up when handling. The food was alright, the crew's really nice, they came out multiple times with drinks. Obviously, me being me, I either did orange juice or apple juice, so yeah, nice. Wow, would you have a look at that? You can see rows and such a really nice little view of the A330 winglet in a really cool sunset.
One eternity later.
Good morning, welcome, ni hao. This is what I woke up to, and just knew I had to film these beautiful Chinese clouds. Not that it's anything special, they just look fabulous. In fact, over half of the flight is over, and I slept, well, not very well, I must say. The seats are not that comfortable, and the knee room was just bearable. I also just need to mention that the remote for the screen could not come out of the seat, which definitely was annoying.
This is the Shenzhen Airlines toilet. It's fairly large, actually, for a toilet. It's an A330 toilet. There are basically no amenities, just soap. They have the nice lights. I don't know if that's just normal on the A330 though. It's this nice toilet with quite a lot of space. There's obviously push bin. No toilet tissues, but tissues here. We've got toilet paper there. And a nice push to the water. And then we also have push soap. So, yeah. All of that with a handle and a baby changing rack.
Soon enough, breakfast arrived, and we got the choice of omelette or chicken noodles, which I opted for. In fact, I almost saw the flight attendant said chicken nuggets, which would have also been pretty nice. A surprise was that they offered a sauce. Chili sauce, to be exact. I mean, how more Asian can you get? The chicken noodles, and in fact every option, came with a croissant,
My croissant!
some Lurpak butter, jam, and strawberry yogurt, most of which I consumed quickly. But soon after, the beautiful landscape of southern China came into view, and we descended into what looked like a bustling city. Time for the all-important landing. Now, as we taxi to our gate and disembark into what seems like an afterthought of a terminal space, I urge you to press the fabulous subscribe button and the beautiful like button. I know you've probably heard this a lot, but it seriously helps creators like me keep on making these great videos. Thanks, and back to a knackered Sean with a burning ambition to eat. That was butter. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I love this boarding music. Disembarking music, whatever you want to call it. Pretty good.
Well, here we are welcome to Shenzhen. This flight was actually pretty impressive for what we were expecting. Pretty average for any normal flyer flying like Air China, Thai Airways, etc. The food was alright. The FE was very surprising for what I expected. And the landing was smooth as butter. I loved it. The crew they didn't speak so good English, but they were really nice, and the toilet was actually very good. Definitely a good flight.
Now, this is why I don't like Chinese airlines. It's not the airline itself, but it's the airport you end up transferring in. When looking for flights to places like Bangkok, Hanoi, Singapore, and Kuala Lumpur, these types of fares often pop up. Yes, it's cheap, but it's a nightmare when in the moment. In my experience, many people fly through these airports, and the international section is often short of glamorous. Shenzhen Airport is no different. This is the entire thing. 4 restaurants and 2 cafes, a Dairy Queen, a stripped-down Starbucks, and a food court, just 2 lounges, only 1 accessible with priority pass, and 3 shops, with minimal snacks. Oh yeah, with this amount of people, the seating is mostly full, and with the amount of sleep you get on the previous flight, you'll end up sleeping on the floor, or on the chairs, which feature armrests. This most likely means that you will arrive at your final destination completely sleep deprived. So I urge you to book with other airlines, preferably ones with better transit experience. Anyway, rant over. Just about 7 hours after I arrived, I'm about to board my A320 with fairly uncomfortable seats on a flight to Bangkok. Let's go.
We're about to board the flight to Bangkok from Shenzhen. Let's board the second flight on this A320. Let's go. Let's go. It's like midnight right now. Almost midnight. 23 o'clock. Something around that time. And I am tired. Incredibly tired. I think this is the same gate that we flew off, that we got our A330 parked in. So yeah, pretty nice. Let's go. I've just realised that the ceilings of this jet bridge is incredibly low. Now it's not. Let's do this. Shenzhen Airlines. These are our seats. 13 ABC. Right over the wing. Okay, quick seat tour. This one does not have adjustable headrests. Almost the same colour as our A330 was. Oop. No IFE as expected. Pretty normal tray table. Let's have a look at that. Which is pretty normal. An IC pocket. And I think radio, which is similar to our Vietnam Airlines flight. So back here are the plugs for the headphones, which don't come provided, obviously. And like the window is pretty average, obviously. So yeah, it's about twice the size of my hand. And a few advertisements. Ooh, whatever this is. And QR code. Fasten your seatbelt. Pretty cool. And this one has individual air vents and a reading light. Better than the A330, I've got to say. Let's go.
A few minutes after boarding was complete, the cabin crew handed out a nice snack box, which contained a muffin, a banana, a so-called soda biscuit, whatever that is, and finally a disposable wipe. Then, fold-down screens detached from the ceiling, and the slightly creepy safety video began to play. This is something I wish more airlines did. It seems more common in Southeast Asia than anywhere else, and I remember when British Airways A320s had them. Just another cost-cutting measure European carriers take to maximize profit. I would love to see it again in Europe. Now, time for the takeoff. And, as usual, this European-born Chinese aircraft blasted out of Shenzhen towards the skies of Vietnam, but first passing by the iconic Hong Kong airport, on an island of course. Vietnam, maybe Laos, maybe Cambodia, and into Thailand and Bangkok, where I will spend the next week in Thailand. I cannot wait. This does just deserve a quick mention, that we actually passed a small thunderstorm off the coast of Bangkok. This added about 10 minutes to the flight as we had to detour, but here we are landing in the beautiful Bangkok Suvarnabhumi Airport. Yes, I probably absolutely butchered that name. Welcome to Thailand. Now, as I said before, I quite liked the A330 flight. but it's just the long 7-hour layover that I don't like and would happily avoid. But it was cheap. I guess that's what you get for the price. Avoid it if you can.
Let's go. Oh, welcome to Thailand. Welcome to Thailand's Onboard Airport. Sorry, it's really hot. I saw it was raining cats and dogs just before we landed. I think it stopped now. Oh, that was a good flight. Comfortable, nice. I mean, we even got food. 2 bananas. That was really good. Welcome to Thailand, my second home on this channel. Not my second home in real life though. My third home, I think, in real life. I just love this airport so much, it's so nice. Welcome to Thailand. Immigration was a breeze, as always. And now we're just sat here at baggage claim waiting for our bags because we came here super early. So welcome to Thailand. Thank you for watching. Let's go.